back, Quad Squad.
We are so back.
Extremely
We're so back.
Oh, we're so back. You thought you could get rid of us? No, you can't. We've been staying here for the past month, waiting in the cold, and it's been worth it.
We've actually been living in an igloo on the quad, waiting in tireless anticipation for this very moment. And now we're back.
We're so back. We have so many amazing stories, right, Mary?
We have so many amazing stories, Aaron. We're talking to the a cappella group, The Other Guys, here on campus, one of the oldest RSOs here. They're very cool. We're also talking to the people that run UICon, which is the anime convention that just happened here on campus. They're going to talk about the cosplay community and everything that goes into a convention that big. Because, Aaron, let me tell you, it was packed.
Really? Well, I can't wait to see.
Yes. But you have to wait. It's coming up.
Here on The Quad. You know, Quad Squad, I'm absolutely honored because I get to now queue up for you the first story of the second season of The Quad, and it's a special one. We've got my co-host, Mary Piacenti, checking out UICon, a unique anime convention happening right in the Chambana community. Check it out.
Right outside of U of I's campus, there's a yearly meetup for creatives that I don't know if you've heard about. It's called UICon, and it's been happening for the past 2 years. And it's an anime convention where people can cosplay, see live panels of some of the experts and voice actors from their favorite shows. And you can even catch a live performance. How cool is that? Now, I actually got to attend this year's UICon at the I Hotel. And I asked the organizers about what makes this event so special. A trip into fantasy isn't as hard as you think. All it takes is a trip to UICon. Welcome to U of I's anime and comic book convention.
I'm just here for the love of the game.
Here, hundreds of creatives come together for art, performance, and games.
When I was in college, I started watching anime, started studying Japanese, and now it's just kind of a lifelong love of mine.
William Helmke is on his second year as a co-chair for UICon. He's been with the convention since its first year at Illini Union.
It's a lot of big picture management, but also just kind of picking up anywhere where you don't have anyone else to cover things.
Anime originated in Japan. It's a distinct type of hand-drawn and computer animation. You might recognize it from popular shows and movies like Howl's Moving Castle or Spirited Away. Conventions celebrating this unique art style have been around the US for decades, but UICon happily calls Urbana its exclusive home.
UICon started as just an idea back in 2023, but now it has grown into one of the biggest meetups for creatives in the CU area. Illini RSOs also tack on their help. Illini Metagamers, Illini Esports, and even the Japanese Animation Club all come together to show their skills at this event. And obviously, by the looks of everything happening, it's not going to slow down anytime soon.
The convention hosts events every hour. Adventure rooms and panels with voice actors from popular series are just some of the options. But the main event of these action-packed 2 days is the cosplay contest.
They compete by strutting across stage, showing off their craftsmanship, and it's probably like the single biggest event.
Fans dressing up as the heroes and even the villains from their favorite animes, movies, and fandoms.
What got me into cosplay is the community and being able to express myself freely.
Tyler Long is one of those fans. This is Long's 7th convention and her 3rd time gunning for an award in her Mau Mau from Apothecary Diaries cosplay.
I also got to experience a ton of new things and develop my skills as a cosplayer, which also eventually led me into an interest in fashion design, which is a career I'm going into because of cosplay.
But not everyone's dressing up seeking glory. Most attendees, like Micah Poole, are dressing up just to show love to their favorite fandom.
All of the people, all the cosplayers, they're all really nice and they're all super excited just to see you, and it's super sweet.
Some don't even come for the costuming. They come to appreciate the handmade art and keepsakes sold by local artisans in the vendor hall.
The artists here always have lovely art, and I like buying it. I like the stickers and pins and stuff like that, and this is a pleasure to look around too.
Because at the end of the day, it's not just about the art, the flashy costumes, or even the performances. It's about community and a shared love of creativity.
From harnessing the transformative power of computing and data sciences, to discovering new ways for environmental and agricultural sustainability, to opening new pathways for better patient care and medical discovery using AI. At Illinois, we develop and deliver ideas that positively impact the world.
One system with a clear mission, statewide impact for the public good. We offer pathways that develops talent to not just work, but thrive. Our research turns breakthroughs into solutions for industries, healthcare, and everyday life. From Chicago to every region, we collaborate to solve problems together. Our impact grows each year, measured in billions added to the economy, jobs supported, and lives improved. Urbana-Champaign, Chicago, and Springfield are home to world-class classrooms, labs, and clinics. We partner with communities to improve health, education, and opportunity. The University of Illinois System. Join us to build a thriving Illinois for generations to come.
Welcome back to the Quad. And next up, my co-host Aaron Anastas got to take a look at a major I'm not even sure you knew existed here on campus. Take a look.
Here at the university, we're incredibly fortunate to be offered a wide variety of cultural studies majors. One of these humanities is Slavic Studies. A member of this major is Louise Shannon, a senior who was nice enough to come along with me to paint a real picture of what this major has to offer for the community at large. Take a look. They say literature and language are the key to understanding a culture. Committed to just that is Louise Shannon, a senior in Slavic Studies.
I transferred to UIUC as a math major, actually, and after a year and a half of literature classes, I decided to take my first language course, and it was kind of during that time that I realized how much I loved the subject.
The major might be small, but it still gives students like Louise countless opportunities to grow with one another.
We have two kinds of conversation table. We have the advanced section and the beginner section. So having begun my study of Russian at a beginner level, I would say pronunciation is definitely one of the harder aspects of the language. And so the conversation table really gives us an environment where we're able to connect with other students at our own level and feel a little bit less intimidated.
Its iconic home base is the Foreign Languages Building, hosting events and boasting little secrets.
It's beautiful. The scenery from up here on the third floor just cannot be beat. I like to come here often. It's very peaceful and quiet, and personally I really like the Slavic Departmental Library, which is usually open.
But of all the reasons to join the major, 1+ stands above the rest.
The professors here are definitely what make the Slavic program at UIUC the wonderful thing that it is.
You get a lot of personal attention and a lot of opportunities. You're not going to be a number in the Slavic Languages and Literatures department.
Connections that I made in the literature class really kept me going for a while, and it was a really important part of my transition here.
Right, what you're really learning when you're learning another language and another literature is a completely different way of seeing the world. It forces you to think about things that you took for granted, things that you assumed in your life. It forces you out of your comfort zone. It forces you to re-examine your your own ideas about the world and your own values, it doesn't matter what job you're working in. That's an important skill. And specialize in a number of different languages. Most popular has been Russian. Ukrainian is on the rise, following the events that have been, in the news so much in the last couple of years.
I have some Latvian in my family, but I think that the biggest contribution to my interest in the cultural aspect has been current events. I think there's a really big need for humanitarian work in Russian studies. Being able to understand rhetoric and literature and propaganda and how all of those things are applicable to people today and how they're affecting real people's lives is a really important part of studying this.
Students like Louise Shannon are proving that humanities are alive and well, and Slavic studies isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I was spending time safely inside and warm with the Slavs, our friend Alyssa Eaton was out in the cold with a committed member of our Chambana community. He's become iconic for his rhythms on the streets of Champaign. Check it out.
1, 2, 3. Funny enough, like I used to be very socially awkward growing up.
If you don't know his name, chances are you've seen him dancing. At union karaoke nights or in front of campus bars. His name is Michael DeCoste.
For the most part, I'm very much kind of a what you see is what you get sort of thing.
You may know the natural showman.
You really don't expect me to be out here, on stage and doing stuff like that.
But there's more to the man behind the dance.
I do Taekwondo, and that really helped me gain a lot of confidence, at least, in terms of talking to other people and just, facing the next boundary, facing the next wall, climbing the wall, overcoming it. That's kind of how I was able to get the dance moves down. Was I just integrated some elements of Taekwondo into it, and then looked at popular dance moves, and then just kind of invented some of my own a little bit.
DeCoste says one day he got recognized by someone who he didn't know after posting videos of him dancing and singing online.
And he's like, "Can I take a picture?" I'm like, "Sure, I guess." Like, you can actually see in the picture, I'm kind of like you can see in my eyes, I'm just like, I'm not sure about this. This is kind of strange.
This was the moment he started to feel things change.
I was not expecting this at all. That was not on my bingo card this morning, sort of thing. I'd say that's kind of when it started to pick up a little bit.
After After that, he says people in line for the bars would start to recognize him as the karaoke guy and asked him to do a dance move.
I'll just walk around, just do a quick dance move outside the bar, and people are like, hey, that's awesome.
He has made many friends from his showman activities. One of those friends is University of Illinois junior Michael Sliding.
It took until one time for me to sing and he came up on my stage and I was like, who is this guy? Why is he dancing on my stage? But then that blossomed into him coming to play Uno with us and their friend group growing bigger and bigger.
DeCoste is currently in his last semester at U of I. His advice for other students is to put themselves out there. He says, don't be afraid to express yourself.
I was like, hey, look, if I can, put on the costume and, like, do something stupid like, rickrolling people and doing, some funny dance moves or do that outside the bars, like, sure enough, you can, do something too.
Sliding can vouch for the fact that Michael is living by this advice. He sees students walking through their days, not sharing moments with others, and that inspired a friendship.
Michael is just, that kind of person, and he's the person you want to be around, hang out with, and root for. And I think that's why I'm friends with him, and everybody continues to be friends with him because we just really enjoy his presence.
After getting on stage with him, I can agree that Michael DeCoste embodies what it means to express yourself.
When we work together, we achieve the extraordinary. Across the state, we're breaking down barriers and bringing people together. And we're developing solutions that ensure all communities benefit from the progress that innovation inspires. The University of Illinois system is leading the charge to co-create a brighter future for everyone. Let's achieve the extraordinary together.
The University of Illinois was built to serve everyone. That means we're building solutions for you, no matter where you are. From growing food and expanding healthcare to training teachers and first responders, you'll find us in every county in our state and every neighborhood across the nation. As a public university, our impact isn't just for those who study here. It's for your family and your community. No matter where you are part of what we're building. You are an Illini.
For the last story of our show today, our very own Felicity Abbott got to try out her singing skills with the other guys. Take a look.
If you like a cappella, I have a special treat. And no, don't worry, I'm not going to be singing for you. Instead, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of the rehearsal of one of our on-campus a cappella groups, the other guys. Let's take a look. Although you may have seen the other guys on your TikTok feed lately, the RSO is one of the oldest on campus, starting 57 years ago. The group originally stemmed from the Varsity Men's Glee Club when members were looking for a smaller group to perform with. This group then became the other guys and have grown ever since.
So I think it's a group rooted in, professionalism and skill, but also in friendship and, singing with the guys that you like to sing with.
The other guys are a non-competitive a cappella group on campus who focus on their live performances rather than competitions. With each live performance comes a unique experience for the members of the group.
They're all memorable in their own ways because they're never the same. That's what's so fun about live performance. It's always different.
As president and business manager, Adam Shane works to plan and schedule different performances for the group and relies on music director Kevin Paul to design and plan rehearsals. A typical rehearsal for the other guys is far from traditional. The group discusses and decides what to practice and perform together, even switching vocal parts several times throughout rehearsal.
our personality of the group, we're very like just collaborative. We like to make jokes, and I think that we work best in kind of like that loose environment and structure. We kind of have a very like work hard, play hard environment, both in rehearsal and outside of rehearsal. So I think that's just how we work best.
As the group moves closer to their concerts and performances, their rehearsals take on a stronger structure as the group develops their set list. In addition to their scheduled concerts, the group is often hired by students and community members to perform. They've recently gained popularity on social media for surprising students by singing for their birthday. The group gained a lot of attention from this trend, which was a little overwhelming for the group, but also lit a fire under them.
It also just helped us gain more traction, also just giving us some more motivation to put the work in here at rehearsal, understanding that more people know who we are, and come concert time, just knowing that there's going to be more people that show up to our concert, so putting the best foot forward that we can during that process.
The group doesn't just show up to rehearsal to get ready for these performances, they show up for the camaraderie. The rehearsal room was filled with music, conversation, and laughter, evidence of how deep these friendships run in the group.
It's singing with my best friends. I mean, like, these guys I've grown into basically the people I hang out with all the time. Within rehearsal, outside of rehearsal, these guys are truly my best friends. I couldn't imagine my experience at Illinois without them.
I think it all comes down to the guys we take. I think our audition process, it's important that you can sing, but we've taken guys who have really high levels of singing and guys who are just really talented at singing. But one of the big things we look for is just like, are these guys that we could see ourselves hanging out with outside of the rehearsal space?
If you want to catch the Other Guys live, their spring concert is April 17th at Smith Memorial Hall. Or you can hire them for your next birthday celebration at theotherguys.org to watch their Brotherhood live.
And I knew coming into college that I really wanted to do a cappella since I did it in high school and I loved it, but I was unsure about which group to join. There are 9 a cappella groups on campus, and each one kind of has their own certain vibe and personality. So coming into college, I didn't know much about the Other Guys. I was more focused on like competitive a cappella and being able to compete and like kind of travel the country in that sense. But I remember just kind of auditioning for the Other Guys as a whim, just signing up and kind of stepping in the audition room, and almost immediately like it felt like family, and I knew like this is like the brotherhood that I wanted to join and I needed to be a part of.
Wow, Aaron, first episode back, and we already have some bangers. We saw some super cool stuff.
It was so much fun to see you hanging out with the AnimeCon convention people.
Lovely people, and you got to hang out with that Slavic Studies major. Hello, so cool.
Even now, at the beginning of the year, we're seeing all the amazing things that we have on store on campus.
And it's only the beginning, so stay tuned every Monday for a new episode of
The Quad.